Hey guys, how you doing? Want to show you a couple anodizing things I did. I was playing with anodizing today and yesterday a little bit. Had some fun. You guys know that I like Surefire Delta. I really like it, but it's kind of boring with that just grey titanium. And you also know that I like blue color. So what I did was nice blue. This camera for some reason doesn't really do it justice. It's such a nice blue, like deep blue. It just looks like a black blue now on the camera. In person it really actually is a lot nicer. Let me try this. Let me try to turn off the light. Maybe the light is what is throwing it off a little bit. Yeah, it's a little better here. But I think you can see that it actually just a little contrast of the silver and the blue makes it look a little better. And I gotta be honest, I like this knife, but I'm not a big fan of this, you know, kind of like a mirror polish or high polish on the blade. I might dip this into the acid a little bit just to darken it up, because I think the darker blade would go well with it. This is one of those cases when you have a high-end, pretty expensive. This is expensive. Like this $300-400 knife, and you know, so you have this nice high-end knife, but for some reason that mirror polish on the blade, it just makes it look cheap, in my opinion. Now, though everything is nice about it, the shapes and everything is pretty cool, but the mirror polish just doesn't go well with it. It's one of those, like Sugar Creek Tim says, that sometimes in mirror polish certain things it makes it look cheap, and I think this is pretty decent example of it. I just need to, I think, in my opinion, I need to, like, you know, get rid of the mirror polish and to do something a little darker to it, or at least, you know, like satin finish, maybe just run it on a Scotch Brite. I really like this knife, really dig it. It's just, there's so many features and it's so cool. Really one of my favorite knives. Played with my SJ75 Baby Hoa, or whatever you say it. And again, did the nice blue. And this one is, you know that it has a milling job. So notice what I'm gonna do now. See how it's like changing colors from blue to gold? It's pretty neat, and in the real life, I'm telling you guys that the camera really doesn't do justice. In real life, that blue is just amazing, dark purple blue, like really dark blue, really cool. And that gold is also very nice gold. It just doesn't do justice on that camera. So you have that milling job, you know how this Strider has it there. Anodized it blue first, then took one of these very fine sanding sponges and rubbed off the peaks from the tops. And you see, like in this angle you have so much gold, but I turn it around and you have so much blue. It's pretty cool, really cool. It has that holographic effect, I would say. And then just nice blue pocket clip that is stone washed. Really like it. Again, you know, it was a cool knife, but it just makes it so much more my own with just simple anodizing job. I didn't even have to take the knife apart for this thing. You know, I just did with just the brush, and it came out pretty sweet. I like it. Certainly, like, small little thing, but makes something your own so much more. Makes it stand out for you, you know, if you like these certain colors. Another thing I was playing around with was that fluted military. This is cool thing. You know how it was blue, the original, you know, heat anodize scale. So what I did was I dipped it to the anodizing solution to go for a blue color, but for some reason it turned like greenish. Like that kind of green what you get if you're doing just the anodizing at 110 volts, that kind of green. Then I took the sponge again, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it on the camera now. The peaks are gold. It kinda gets lost with this green. It's a little better on this side. This side is still the original heat anodizing. Sanded down the peaks and did that gold. Here you can see there certain angles. The corners, the peaks. Guys, I wish you could see this in person. Like, this side is really cool looking. You get little hints of it, but the colors on the video camera, for some reason, not even close to what it is in reality. Really not even close. The blue with the gold is really cool. The green is not the biggest fan of that green. Some people will probably love it because it's kind of like a cool green. It's like the turquoise green or something like that. And you have that gold on the peaks. It's a cool knife. I mean, it's just so big. But I really like that the team, what they did on the military with the fluted one. The milling job on it is really cool, and it gives you a lot of options what you're gonna do. My idea of this was just a test. I'll probably beat blast everything next time when I'm at Tough Times and just go crazy with his machine and him. He might have some cool idea for this knife. And one more thing, I promised you guys when I was at Tough Times that I'm gonna take this one apart and show you what I was talking about with the rainbow anodizing. And here it is. Again, you probably won't look that great on the camera. But this is such a cool little thing. Now when it was closed like this and anodizing in the solution, you know, the two titanium scales were touching. So you had the liquid and the voltage, the current, going only on the peaks, like only around the holes and around the outside. And you know, wherever it penetrated, it you know, the deeper it penetrated, the less current and less solution was getting in there. So that's why the changes of the rainbow, and it's really cool. Let me see if I can position it so you see that you have everything. You have gold, dark blues, purples, and it ends in the main color, which is that kind of like a bluish, pinkish, bluish, purple, turquoise, green. And then all those parts that were closed and closed, you start from the beginning of the spectrum, you know, so you start with the gold, where you had the least contact with the solution and current, and you go through the whole spectrum to the finished color, which is pretty cool. It looks so random, yet in my opinion so cool, and I like it. It's on the outside, but it's a pretty cool concept of if you were doing something, you know, like this knife, and you want to do it, you know, you turn it around and you can make the same thing to be on the outside. You just need some kind of screws or something, some jig to hold them closed when you anodize them. But it's a pretty cool concept that you can go crazy with the rainbow colors. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Really like it. It's one of this, especially these two. I just love this because I love carrying these two. And having them little colorful, little out of the ordinary, really makes me happy. I just feel sad that I can't really do it justice on the camera. You don't see those colors on the camera. I don't know what would I have to do in settings or with which other camera to use to actually show you. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.